Today, I'm going to cover the part 2 of this business process execution language. So in part 1, we have seen the history of business process execution language. So today, I'm going to cover some of the basic elements of business process execution language in my part 2 video. If you have not visited, not seen my part 1 video, please go and see that video so that you will get the idea. You will get the idea about the history about this business process execution language. And today I am going to cover the business process execution language elements. So in my previous video, I have already covered that some of the history related with business process execution language. So when this language is again invented, the name given to this particular language is business process execution language for web services. So the name look like this, BPEL4WS. And this was conceived in July 2002. And the version name is 1.0. And this particular language is again invented by IBM, Microsoft, and BEA. It's a joint effort of these three organizations, IBM, Microsoft, and BEA. So they published the first version of business process execution language for web services. Then two more organizations are contributed in that business process execution language. And these organizations are SAP and CBEL. So SAP and CBEL systems, they contributed in the existing business process execution language, and they came up with a version called version number 1.1 of business process execution language for web services. And this has happened in May 2003. Then they submitted the draft of this particular version 1.1 to OASIS. OASIS is one of the technical committee, and this technical committee seen the draft copy of version 1.1, and then they publish this means they open this particular language for everybody. So it's an open source means working for the open source software, OASIS Technical Committee. And they came up with a new version of this business process execution language for web service, and they changed the name. And the new name for this particular business process execution language for web service is, they have given the name as Web Service Business Process Execution Language. So WS-BPEL. So this is the new name given by OASIS committee. And they assign that version number is 2.0. And this particular web service business process execution language is open to everybody, public. So publicly available on their site. The site name of OASIS website is what? www.oasis-open.org. So on their website, they have made this particular web service business process execution language publicly. So this language is publicly available on OASIS site. The site name is www.oasis-open.org. So let us, I'm going to show you the site where to find out this particular business process execution language. So this is the OASIS site, and in that OASIS site, so this is the URL. So you type this URL, you will get the version 2 of web service business process execution language. And this documentation is again published in the year 11 April 2007. And in this document, they have published the table of content. And in that table of content, they came up with different elements: partner link element, variable element. So they came up with different elements of this business process execution language. And here in 5.1, they have given one example also. If you want to know more about this web service business process execution language, then please visit this particular document and read the each and every section of this particular language. So today I am covering the elements involved in web service business process execution language. So prerequisite to understand this business process execution language, the prerequisite is required that you must have the knowledge of web service and contemporary SOA, and the topic name is activity management and composition. I have already uploaded the video on this particular topic, activity management and composition, with the help of 2-3 videos, part 1, part 2, part 3. So go and visit that video first. So concept related to orchestration, concept related to coordination, concept related to atomic transaction, concept related to business activities. So this orchestration, coordination, atomic transaction and business activities. So this particular topic you must know to understand the execution of business process execution language. So it's a topic from web services and contemporary SOA, activity management and composition life cycle. So I have already uploaded the video. You please visit that video. So see here, whenever we are this particular diagram gives you overall execution of timesheet submission process. I have already covered this case study. So if you have not seen this particular case study, so go and visit this case study. If you understand this particular case study, in that case, to understand service-oriented analysis, service-oriented designing, and different life cycle phases are very easy when you understand this particular case study. I have covered this particular case study in detail up to development in my previous video. Go and visit that so that you understood this particular timesheet submission web service. So timesheet submission web service is a single web service. It's a single process. And how this process, what is the input for this particular process? The input for this particular process is the timesheet. So timesheet is the input. The employees submit the timesheet to the TLS organization. So this particular case study we have seen related with TLS organization. So we have seen that we have covered this particular case study related to TLS organization, and we have seen that what is the input for this timesheet submission process. So employees submit the timesheet, weekly timesheet to this particular web service with the help of GUI. So in that timesheet, he mentioned the different details. And from that timesheet partner link, we are getting different inputs with the help of request and response model. So the first web service is again executed sequentially. So here this is what the orchestration phase. In orchestration phase, we have mentioned the sequence of these different web services involved in timesheet submission process. In timesheet submission process, we required invoice web service, we required timesheet web service, we required employee web service. When the timesheet is again submitted successfully. And in case of timesheet submission, I have included one more web service called notification service. So notification is application service. And invoice, timesheet, and employee, these are the entity-centric business services. And we are executing this timesheet submission process in the designing fifth number phase, that is the business process execution phase. So in that fifth number service designing phase, we orchestrate this particular activity. We are providing the sequence. So sequence is like this. You execute the invoice web service, and invoice web service is again, you write one method, get recorded hours, and you will get the recorded hours from invoice. You compare that recorded hours with the billed hours uh, with the recorded hours. So get the recorded hours, get the billed hours from the invoice table, and compare the recorded hours with the billed hours. So from the invoice table, you get the billed hour information. Then in second case, you take the input for the authorization purpose. So get authorization. If the employee perform the overtime, and for that overtime, employee get the authorization. So confirm the authorization. Then next condition is executed, that get the weekly work hour limit, and compare that weekly hour limits with the recorded hours in that particular week. And if the weekly hour means recorded hours are less than weekly hour limits, then if all the three conditions are again executed, so compared billed hour, confirm authorization, and compare weekly hours, all the three conditions are again satisfied, then accept the timesheet. Then don't execute the notification service. And if one of the service fails, invoice, timesheet, or employee service fails, in that case only execute the notification service. So this is what the controlling process, control process, orchestration process. And with the help of this orchestration process, we have used different elements for processing this particular information. So this particular information is processed with the help of different elements. So timesheet submission process, the first element of timesheet submission process is the process element. So in my next video, I am explaining all the elements involved in timesheet submission process. So there are different elements are again involved in timesheet submission process. So process is one of the element. Partner link is one of the element. Then variable is one of the element. Then invoking is one of the element. So different elements are again used. So in my next video lecture, I am going to cover different elements involved in this timesheet submission process. So today I have just covered the history of timesheet submission process, and then actual orchestration logic related to timesheet submission process. In my next video lecture, I'm going to cover the different elements involved in timesheet submission process. So today I'm covering this much only.